If you're lying, you must be half stepping. Ain't no half stepping. Marcus J, Big Rube, Carlton Banks, you in the house with us tonight. We got another fabulous show for you. Thank you for hanging in with us. 804-726-3430. 804-726-3430 to get in on the discussion. Thank you for hanging in with us week after week. GlobalScaleRadio.com. Hit us up on your Winamp, on your Winamp, and hit us up on your Shoutcast. Hit us with Global Scale Broadcasting on those applications. GlobalScaleRadio.com. We got a great show for you tonight. It's your man Marcus J. We're gonna talk to you a little bit about some movement in the NFL. What NFL player who is basically a magnet for all kinds of media attention switched teams in the last week? We're going to talk about that, man. We're going to talk about some movers and some shakers in the National Basketball Association. We got some information on the left coast as well as the right coast.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. We had a missing child that we're going to profile as we do every single week. And then, of course, the long-awaited return of a segment that we did early on in Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. Segment called What the Hell? What the hell is going on with certain people? So we got a couple of things that we're going to get into on that. Of course, just like we got into last week, we're going to talk about the Trayvon Martin case and what's going on down there in Sanford, Florida. We got a lot of updates that's going on, a lot of opinions. Big Rube's got some things that he wants to get off his chest, just like Carlton Banks does. And of course, your man Marcus J always has an opinion. Doesn't matter the subject. And then last but not least, at the end of the show, as we do every single week, we're going to get into our rants and our closes and whatnot. And Big Rube, of course, always has something profoundly funny to say. Your man Carlton Banks always puts a what the hell twist on his rant. We always wonder what's going on and in the corner. And then, of course, your man Marcus J is going to end his rant with his right fist with the black glove firmly in the air. So that's what the show is tonight. That's what you got to listen to. And as we do every single week, as we begin our show, we start with my man on my left-hand side, my big brother, my big man. I got your man, Big Rube. What's up, brother?
Not much, but before I continue, you forgot the more important thing.
What'd I forget, man?
Who's number one show on Global Scale Radio?
The number one show on GlobalScaleRadio.com is what, Carlton Banks?
That would be Ain't No Half Steppin'.
With your man Marcus J, Big Rube, and Carlton Banks. Ain't No Half Steppin'. Marcus J is the highest rated show, GlobalScaleRadio.com. We got a lot of shows on this station, on this website, and for us to be the number one rated show on this website is something that the three of us are very, very, very proud about. Thank you, Big Rube, for reminding me to put that out there for the listeners. 804-726-3430. If you want to call us up, if you want to give us some congratulations, if you want to get something off your chest, something that I talked about earlier in this segment when I mentioned the agenda for the night, feel free. If you got something that you want to talk about when we get to that segment, feel free to call us. 804-726-3430. Hit us up on the Facebook page. If you have not already liked Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J on the Facebook page, hit us up there. Big Rube is going to tell us how he can hit us up on Twitter.
NOHLFSTEPPIN.
No step, no half stepping.
Don't put in the A.
Yeah, we don't want it. Just no HLF stepping on Twitter. Hit us up there. So Big Rube.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your weekend, brother?
You know, it was cool, man. The biggest problem was that I almost died last night.
Wow. You mean to tell me Carlton and I would have had to do this show without you?
I would have did it from the hospital bed if I had to.
But you said died, man.
I mean, you know, sometimes it's just like that. Well, at least I felt like I was dying.
So they would have let you die, kept you in a hospital bed, somehow you'd have been able to still do the show.
That's right.
Dedication, people.
Most definitely.
You would have did it for the listeners.
Man, most definitely.
There it is.
Because without them, we wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be the what, Carlton Banks? The highest rated show on Global Scale Radio.
Tell all your friends.
There it is. So, Big Rube, how did you almost die?
Oh, man. Last night I got home, and I had this pain in the right side of my stomach, and It was the worst. It was the worst. I was buckled over. I almost started crying like a little girl.
Did they pull out your appendix?
They didn't go nowhere. I ain't go to the hospital. You crazy?
So your appendix right now could be in the process of bursting, Carl Banks, and he's sitting.
He's sitting right here.
He's sitting
chilling.
I hope he got that emergency contact
Nah,
number
in
in his
pain.
phone.
I mean, for real. Hey, look, I got something to do after the show, so I'm not sure I can take you to the emergency room. That's just me.
You know.
Carl, you got him?
Yeah, I got him. I'm wheeling right down the street, looking for that sign that says, "What's the hospital wait time?" You ever seen that sign?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It
It was 35 the other day.
Wait.
35.
Yeah, it was crazy. But no, the weekend was good. You know, I sat and I watched a little basketball. You know, I'm pretty much over the March Madness at this point.
And aren't you the one that encouraged the listeners of Ain't No Half Steppin'?
Yeah, the listeners that are destroying me and us. Yeah, they killing us
I wouldn't
right
necessarily say they destroying me.
And I never claimed to be the best.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you, Kendall Marshall, for breaking your wrist because you really messed up my bracket, dog. And I also like to thank Louisville for deciding that they wanted to learn how to play and copy last year's champion UConn the way they went to the Final Four. You destroyed my bracket too. I'd like to thank Norfolk State for deciding that they wanted to be B-Star or something and particularly get blown out in the second game, which I kind of knew was going to happen. But thanks for beating Missouri and eradicating my bracket. You know, those teams, thank you, because you pretty much made me just not want to watch college basketball anymore. The coolest thing I want to watch right now is the NIT. And
is ODU in it?
Man, I don't want to talk. ODU lost last week on some, which I'll get into later in my rant. And, you know, right now, it's even about NBA. I'm waiting for WrestleMania on Sunday. You know, that I watched.
You
I
got
watched,
the Rocket John Cena, right?
Yeah. Somebody, who having it?
I may know somebody.
I mean, somebody need to have it. Yo, listeners, if you having it and you want Big Ruben Carl Banks come through,
Ruben's bringing pancakes and
not happening. Call us up.
Inside joke.
Y'all terrible. But yeah, call us up. We'll come to your WrestleMania party. We broke, but we'll come.
Carl Banks.
Yes, sir.
Carl Banks.
Yes, sir.
How was your weekend, brother?
I didn't get to visit a waterhole spot this week, but I had a good old time. Watched a little bit of NCAA March Madness, some great games. Hung out with the little one. His soccer team went out there. Man, they got crushed in the rain on Saturday.
For real, was it bad?
8-1. I mean,
Wow, soccer.
You don't
8-1 in soccer.
You don't keep score at that age because there's no goalie. But man, just seeing the kids run around slipping and sliding in the rain.
I bet it was funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny.
Big Rube, Carlton Jr. lost 8-1 in soccer.
I mean, he ain't elbowed nobody in the face, probably. That's
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
why.
didn't he come in like all excited a couple weeks ago and showed us the picture of Carlton Jr. knocking, other people.
Some little girl
in
in the face.
Yeah, he beat a little girl up, didn't he?
No, he ain't be no little girl up, man. So there you go. There you go. Now, will he take a girl out? Yeah, but we also had an ice
What,
box.
for dinner?
Yeah, he'll do that too. But our first team playing, we had an icebox on our squad. I love Icebox.
Where?
Yes, Icebox lives down the street from us now. She is awesome. She's awesome.
It's a girl named Icebox.
We called her Icebox because it didn't
like in
matter
the
who it
movie.
was. She was taking them out. Teammates, and opponents alike. She was taking them out.
I bet you her dad is real proud that his daughter is known by Icebox.
Hey, got to be known about something like that.
Big Rube. It's a little girl named Icebox. What's that about?
I bet it's cold.
I bet she is. I bet you she not.
Cold-blooded.
You never saw Little Giants?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
y'all
that's
acting
what the
like-
reference is for.
Right.
That's what it is.
Cold-blooded.
So you enjoyed your weekend, man? You do
I had
anything
a
else
good old
cool?
time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't complain. Little boy keeps me active. That's what the best thing about him.
Well, that's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear it. Your man Marcus J had a pretty decent weekend, of course, as I come in here every single week. I didn't do much and whatnot. Hung out with Mama J. We still throwing the baseball in the backyard every single week. She wants to go in the
popping
backyard.
that mitt, ain't she?
She popping the mitt, man. She throws hard. She pops it. She can throw straight. She's still working on her catching. She got the pink mitt. She's still girly, but she still got the skills of her daddy out there in that backyard. So
I'm
of
glad
course,
she got athletic skills from her mama.
she got please don't do that. Don't do that and whatnot. She ran a race today. Mama J ran a race for education today at school. Very proud of her. She came in first place in her age group once again. Godson Miles, who came in a couple of weeks ago into the show, he came in first place for his age group. So, of course, the tutelage of your man Marcus J is bestowing upon the youth in my charge is certainly been well founded. So I'm feeling pretty good about that, Big Rube. You know, I'm doing what I need to do, and I'm imparting some important athletic skill upon the youth.
Are you the Bill Belichick of the youth?
I am, and you want to tell them why that reference came up just now to Bill Belichick? You know what I'm saying? What's up with that? Why did you call me Bill Belichick?
I mean, because Bill Belichick's the man. He took a
dude. You got the hoodie on. You got the hoodie on. Let me go ahead.
He took a franchise from terrible to great.
Carlton, you want to tell them about the hoodie?
Man, you got the Trayvon Martin lookalike hoodie up in this piece, representing his orange and blue New York Knickerbockers.
That's right.
Yeah, they're not 500. We don't talk about them.
Well, they are. Get your facts right, sucker. Get your facts right, sucker. And just a little bit of teaser. You just might hear the New York Knicks show up in a game of the week because they are a 500 team. But that's right. Your man Marcus J is in the studio, in the host chair tonight, in a hoodie, representing or showing solidarity with the Martin family because of the unfortunate, untimely death of Trayvon Martin at the hands of George Zimmerman. I am sitting in the host chair with a hoodie on. It was a lot of conversation that went on about it on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J a week ago. Of course, we're going to get into it a little bit more. I will do the entire show from the host chair in a hoodie tonight. And you're going to hear some interesting opinions on it, some opinions that you may agree with, some opinions that you may not, some opinions that may make you cheer, and some opinions that may get you fired the hell up. That's just the way we do it here on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. Before we go into a break, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to look at the brackets that we did.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
As long as I'm beating Cotton Banks, we good.
Well, we good. First place. You got your man T. Hunt. Good friend of mine, Jersey City, New Jersey, St. Anthony Friars, #1 basketball team in the United States of America. He is an alum for that basketball team. So, of course, when he did his bracket, he did it from a place of knowledge. He knows what he was talking about. And somehow he found himself in the #1 spot. So, T. Hunt, if you out there listening with us tonight, call us up. Talk a little trash. 804-726-3430. You got Mo's Madness in second place. Mo's Madness has been hanging in there. She has been in the #2 spot the whole time.
She
has been, Monique,
wow,
has been in the #2 spot the whole time. And your man Marcus J and T. Hunt flip-flop from first to third. I went from first to third. He went from third to first. But Mo's Madness, she clearly knows what she's doing because she's holding firm right there in the #2 spot throughout the entire bracket process. Then you got Panama, which is also known as Soltero 55, in the 4th spot. And rounding out the bottom 3, these 3 suckers, #1, well, I should say #5. This guy, what's his name? Big Rube. Big Rube is #5. Naswip.
Who?
I won't even tell you what Naswip stands for. If you know Redman, you know what Naswip stands for. That's your man K-Dub. I won't even.
I'm beating K-Dub?
You beat K-Dub? You gonna give it to him when he call in?
You know I am. I'm gonna be ready. He gonna get it.
K-Dub, if you listening, be ready. Be ready, because we know when Marcus J stepped on your neck last week, talked a little trash to you about being in that spot ahead of you, you didn't seem to care. But you're going to care this week because Big Rube is a little more unrelenting than your man Marcus J. And, of course, rounding out the bottom, what's this guy's name again, Big Rube?
That Banks kid.
The Carlton, it's not unusual for him to be in last place.
I told you straight up by my team name.
Yeah, I won't win, but I'm better than you. Well, you ain't better than nobody. You in last place. So it is what it is. So that's what we doing. That's Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. That's the brackets. We're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about some movement in the National Football Association with Big Name. Moved from the West to the East and is now in the Big Apple. Ain't No Half Steppin', Marcus J. We'll be back in about 3 minutes.